am Xander, and Ted is my wife Judith's ex-husband. My wife had married him for love, but he married her for money. Judith had no idea about Ted's gambling addiction until they had married. When she found out, she wanted to leave, but she also found out that she was pregnant with my stepdaughter, Kelly. Judith wanted to work it out for the child, but Ted just up and left. He didn't even contact her until the child was 5 years old.
You will never be her father, Xander. Look at her, Xander. Kelly knows that I have terminated my rights to her, and she still refuses to call you Dad. She calls me Dad. I am her real dad. You will never match up to me.
Judith and I got married when Kelly was 6. I have been in Kelly's life since she was 4. Kelly did not like me in the beginning until her deadbeat father, Ted, showed up. Judith allowed the two to meet because the child should know her father, but Ted had a negative effect on Kelly. One day, little Kelly came up to me and said,
I know that you're not my real dad. You're just my mom's husband.
I am not your biological father, but I am your stepfather, Kelly. Sometimes people can become family even if they are not related. I love you like my own daughter, even if you are my stepdaughter.
Dad said that you would love me because you can't have kids of your own. He says that you're so jealous of me and want to keep him away from me. That's why he didn't meet me until now.
Kelly, that is absolutely not true. Your dad was a little busy and didn't find the time to come see you. Xander hasn't done anything to keep him away.
You're both lying to me. Dad will now stay with me, and he has promised that. Xander is just my stepfather and nothing else. He cannot make my dad go away.
Yes, I am an infertile man, but that's not why I love Kelly. Hell, I have been in her life since she was 4. I loved that child like my own. She was perfect when her father was away, but whenever he came back, she started to hate me. We did confront Ted and told him to stop. We said, You need to stop filling Kelly's head with nonsense, Ted. You're ruining her relationship with Xander.
What's the matter, Xander? Are you jealous that my daughter loves me more? Blood means everything. You know, Kelly will never call you Dad. I will always be her real father. You will always lose to me.
I don't care if she doesn't call me her dad. But you have no right to lie to her about me. I'm here taking care of her while you are trying to destroy whatever stability I and Judith are trying to give Kelly. I wish those words had made a difference. Me and Judith knew long back that Ted only saw Kelly as a money machine. And slowly, Kelly started to see me as a money machine. Ted kept dropping in and out of Kelly's life. We tried to sue him for child support, but he signed away his rights instead. Kelly was devastated when this happened. She was 12, and we put her in therapy to deal with her issues. Kelly dropped out after a month. Kelly clung onto the lies her father told about me. She was rude and disrespectful to me and only talked to me when she wanted money. I paid everything for her, even gave her a college fund. Since Judith stopped working, I took over all her expenses. Still, Kelly never gave me an ounce of respect. She still favored her dad, who showed up once every year to ask for money. It did hurt, but I didn't want to push Kelly. I was happy providing for her until she got a job and moved in with her fiancé. Now here's when things went south. Kelly reached out to me shortly after getting engaged. She apologized for being rude and showed interest in rebuilding our relationship. I took this as a great sign and ran with it. I won't lie, but our relationship really did improve a lot. So when she asked me to pay for her wedding, I immediately agreed. I had the money and wanted to make her happy, but I wasn't prepared for what Kelly would do to me before her wedding. That fateful day, Kelly dropped by our house unannounced. She looked a little uncomfortable and said that she wanted to talk about the wedding. After some chit-chat about the wedding, she said,
Xander, there's something I need to tell you. I admit that I have been putting it off for a while. The wedding stress is getting to me.
What's the matter, Kelly? Something wrong? I will be happy to help, just tell me.
Nothing is wrong, Xander. It's just that there's been a small change in my wedding guest list.
Are you inviting more people? If this is the case, we need to contact the catering and let them know. We can get a quote from them and I will write them a check.
No, Xander, there won't be more people. It's just that I cannot have you at my wedding anymore. Sorry.
I was pretty dumbstruck by what Kelly said. At first, I thought that I had misheard her. I looked at Judith and she had the same shocked expression on her face as me. Kelly's words did not make much sense to me or to my wife. Kelly wasn't making much eye contact with us and looked really uncomfortable. I was racking my brain trying to find out if I had done something wrong. I had kept my opinions to myself and simply made payments where Kelly told me to. I had no idea what prompted this sudden change of Kelly's mind. Before I could say anything, Judith spoke. What are you saying, Kelly? What do you mean that you can't have Xander at your wedding? This better not be a joke.
It's not a joke, Mom. I'm serious about this. I thought about it a lot and decided to uninvite Xander. Sorry, Xander. You won't be coming to my wedding anymore.
Kelly, I don't understand. I mean, I will respect your wishes, but I still don't understand. Why are you suddenly uninviting me?
Well, it's just that Dad will be there and he feels uncomfortable around you. He has told me that he won't be coming to the wedding if you are there, so I have to uninvite you. Trust me, it's nothing personal.
Suddenly, I felt my blood drain from my face. The absolute shock I felt cannot be described in words. Judith's mouth was hanging open, and she stared at Kelly in disbelief. I felt numb for a while, trying to make sense of the situation. Kelly was uninviting me from her wedding because her freaking deadbeat dad is back in her life? Yes, the same dad who fled before she was born. The same dad who didn't pay a penny in child support and signed away his rights. The same dad who broke her heart multiple times in the past 24 years. She chose that man over the one who took care of her all these years. I really felt heartbroken that day. For the longest time, I was silent. Judith said, "Are you out of your damn mind, Kelly? Are you choosing that deadbeat again over someone who actually cares for you? Are you stupid as something? What the hell is wrong with you?"
Mom, don't talk to me like that. You need to stop calling Dad a deadbeat. Yes, his circumstances didn't let him take care of me, but...
What circumstances, Kelly? His gambling addiction or his child abandonment problems? Who do you think created those circumstances, Kelly? When the hell has Ted even been a father to you?
These things don't matter, Mom. Dad is my biological father, and nothing can change that. It's my wedding, and I will decide who gets to come here and who doesn't. And I choose Dad. I will choose him every time.
As if things couldn't get any worse, those were the exact words that Kelly used. No, she is not a troubled teenager with issues. She was a full adult who said what she meant. I knew her enough to be sure of it. Everything she said was true. It was then I understood why Kelly suddenly wanted a relationship with me. With Ted being gone with no signs of coming back, Kelly knew that she had to rely on me to get her wedding in order. Plus, she hadn't exactly expected her father to show up and make these demands. When he did that, Kelly chose to kick me out and let her bio dad stay. It was a huge slap in my face. That one day showed me the reality of what my relationship with Kelly was. She was like a daughter to me, but I was only a cash cow for her. It was then that I made a decision in my head, and no matter what, I was going to stick to it. I said, "Do you really not want me at the wedding, Kelly? I promise that I will stay away from Ted. I won't bother him or talk to him at all. There won't be any trouble."
I don't think that would be enough, Xander. Dad really gets sad when he sees you. It reminds him of all the time he had lost with me.
Yeah, the time he lost due to his own negligence and addictions. He's not some hero you paint him out to be, Kelly. He is nothing but a useless father.
Mom, you don't understand Dad like I do. I hate to see Dad sad. He is adamant that he doesn't want to share his fatherly role with anyone else. He will walk me down the aisle and have the father-daughter dance with me.
I will forfeit my place to him, Kelly. He can be the father of the bride. I won't make a fuss about it. I can attend as a guest. I will even sit in the last row.
Your presence itself will irritate and sadden my father, Xander. I won't have my dad be sad on my special day. This is a special milestone for me, and I want my father to shine. I cannot even have you as a guest, Xander. I'm not changing my mind. My dad and my feelings are more important than yours.
Fine then, you win. I won't come to the wedding. I got the message loud and clear. You don't have to worry about it. I tried, guys. I tried my best to be as small as possible. I was ready to be demoted to a guest who only came to see the wedding. But I could only fight for so long. Kelly made her mind clear to me. Ted will always come before me. No matter what I did, she wasn't even willing to consider me family. Not even a guest at her wedding. I was done with her, guys. I did my best, but I needed to stop right then. Kelly had crossed a big line and there was no coming back. Judith tried to argue with Kelly, but I stopped her. Kelly seemed happy with my cooperation and left soon after. Only me and Judith were left in the house. After Kelly left, Judith burst into tears. She cried for a good while and apologized to me about Kelly's behavior. I hugged her and said nothing for some time. She said,
I am so sorry, Xander. Kelly has been awful to you again. I can't believe she would go this far to humiliate you, Xander. I feel terrible. Please give me some time. I will talk to her and make this right.
No, Judith, you will not talk to her about this. Kelly did what she felt was right. She is an adult and doesn't need your guidance anymore.
But she can't just uninvite you like this, Xander. She is horrible and ungrateful daughter. You took care of her for 20 years and this is how she repays you? This is unacceptable.
Look, Judith, we tried everything to make her understand what a horrible man Ted is. If she refuses to listen, it's on her. She's not a child, Judith. Let her do what she wants.
So you just want me to let go of this? You want me to dress up, put on a smile, and just attend her wedding without you? Are you going to just take this insult and let her get away with it?
Whether you choose to attend her wedding is completely up to you. I will keep my word and won't be going to her wedding, but I will also not let her walk away with no consequences. She needs to understand that she can't just toss people away like trash whenever she pleases. Yes, I had a plan for Kelly. I'm not an angry man, but boy, I was seething with rage. It was mostly directed at Ted because he was the master manipulator here, but I also felt a lot of resentment towards Kelly. She treated me like dirt. She did it for years before trying to fix our relationship. Then she did it again. I wasn't going to be a doormat anymore. I was going to take action. Judith knew about what I was about to do. She supported me and helped me as well. It took us a single week to get everything done. Judith and I took the painstaking task of taking care of everything related to Kelly's wedding. It's true that Kelly had planned everything, but I had a special part in it as well. Now, since I wasn't a part of the wedding anymore, it was time to take back what I gave. The next morning, Kelly was at the door with her fiancé. Yes, she brought the poor guy to witness that drama that was about to unfold. He looked pretty confused while Kelly was a crying mess. As soon as we let her in, she started to scream at us.
What is going on? Our wedding vendors called and they said that everything is canceled? Even the venue has been canceled. Please tell me what is going on.
What do you think is going on, Kelly? We canceled all the bookings, of course.
What? You did it on purpose? Why would you do that, Xander? What is wrong with you?
Nothing is wrong with me, Kelly. You are the one who uninvited me from the wedding. Now, since I'm not even going as a guest, I didn't see any reason to still pay for this event. I mean, it's not like I'm anyone to you. I don't do charities like this, Kelly.
What the hell do you mean, Xander? I'm your freaking stepdaughter. You literally always said that I am like a daughter to you, and I am not a no one.
You were my stepdaughter until you decided to replace me with your deadbeat dad. You are freaking out over your own actions, Kelly. You proved to me yesterday that I am no one to you.
Oh my God, Xander! Are you so jealous of my dad that you are intentionally ruining my wedding? You are punishing me because I want my real dad at my wedding and not you? You are a horrible person, Xander. This is why Dad hates you. This is why I hate you.
Kelly threw a crying fit on hearing that I canceled everything. Meanwhile, her fiancé kept asking her if what I said was true. Turns out he had no idea about what Kelly had decided. He was pissed at her for being so mean to me. The guy is actually a decent man and had the sense to see how wrong Kelly was. Kelly kept crying and calling me names. Judith stepped in to defend me. She said,
Enough is enough, Kelly. I have seen Xander take care of you for 20 frickin' years. You treated him like shit, but he was still here for you. You asked for money and he gave it to you. You asked for a big wedding and he paid for it all. Then you decided that your deadbeat dad is a better parent and deserves everything? You have no right to call Xander names when all you did was use him. Mom, how can you even say that to me? You should be on my side. I'm your freaking daughter. Your husband is ruining my life. No, you ruined your own life, Kelly. You did that the moment you let Ted walk all over you. If you are so obsessed with your real dad, go cry to him. I won't allow you to humiliate my husband anymore. Get out!
I didn't even have to take the pains to kick Kelly out. My wonderful wife did it for me. She loved her daughter, but she saw what a horrible woman she had become. Judith did her best to raise Kelly in a stable environment, but her efforts didn't pay off. Instead of allowing me to deal with Kelly's onslaught, she defended me and kicked her daughter out. Things continued to be very heated for the next couple of days. It was only a month before Kelly's wedding and she was freaking out. She had no money to book a wedding venue since she spent it all to book her honeymoon. Plus, none of the venues were taking bookings that late. The venue we canceled now wanted almost double the money that I originally paid for. Kelly's fiance was extremely pissed at her for landing them in this mess. As usual, Ted remained aloof as soon as financial troubles came up. Kelly got so desperate that she returned to our place to try and make things right. She said,
Xander, Mom, please don't do this to me. I don't have the resources to have a wedding anymore. All the money I spent on the honeymoon is non-refundable. I literally cannot do anything right now.
You should have thought about that before uninviting Xander over a loser, Kelly. You know that actions do have consequences. This is exactly what you deserve.
Xander, I'm sorry for being such a witch to you. It was a mistake uninviting you from the wedding. I admit it and brought you a fresh invitation. Please accept it and help me out.
I don't want your invitation anymore, Kelly. You made your thoughts very clear to me. You are only here because you need me. I am still a nobody to you.
That's not true, Xander. You are my stepdad. You cared for me for so many years. This has to mean something. Do you want your only daughter's wedding to be ruined, Xander? How will I manage to have a wedding now?
I guess you'll have to make do without a wedding venue. Or you could have Ted pay for one since he is your real dad. He should be helping you out right now. I'm done being your ATM. Your fake tears won't move me anymore. You can take your entitlement somewhere else.
And just for your information, I won't be going to your wedding either. I have RSVP'd no to the invitation. Xander and I won't be in contact with you anymore. You can keep your real dad for support. We are done with you.
Kelly again started to ugly cry at our house. She was begging and pleading with us for help. She refused to leave and started to wail like crazy. We actually threatened to call the police and get her removed if she didn't stop. Even when the threats didn't move her, Judith called Kelly's fiancé to come take her. Her fiancé came to our house and was furious. He took a crying and sobbing Kelly away while arguing with her. Finally, calmness returned to my home. Now, let me just tell you what happened after this. Did the wedding go on without a venue? Did we cave and give in to Kelly's fake tears? Did Ted magically step up and help Kelly have a wedding? Well, the answer is no to all the questions. Then how did Kelly get married? The short answer is, she didn't. Kelly's fiancé called off the wedding a week after the whole fiasco. He was really pissed off at her for being such a horrible person, but some more information came to light. Turns out Kelly had been taking money out of their joint savings and sending them to Ted. She was actively fueling Ted's gambling habits until she didn't have much funds after booking their honeymoon. After Kelly stopped sending him money, Ted showed up. Until then, Kelly's fiancé had no idea that I was paying for almost everything. He thought that the money from their joint savings was going to the wedding. After all this was revealed, he kicked Kelly out since the house was his. Kelly had nowhere to go since her bio dad would never take her. She showed up at our door, but we didn't open it. She is currently staying with a friend and trying to build up her savings after canceling her honeymoon. She still occasionally begs and cries to have me and her mom back, but we now know how to maintain boundaries and cut people off when necessary.